Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering our 12th video in the series, Businesses from A to Z. So, as you guys can see, so far we've done 11 businesses, and in today's video, we're going to be kicking off our 12th business. So, in today's video, the business that we're going to be doing today is going to be L for Lufthansa. So, when and where was Lufthansa founded? So Lufthansa was founded January 6, 1953, and as you can see in the picture, Lufthansa is actually an airplane and flight manufacturing company and also a commercial flight company. So the founder of the company, so there's not exactly one founder of the company. As you can see, there's three different names on your screen. So there's three main people that actually found that are a part of Lufthansa, or for the people that are known to create Lufthansa are Hugo Juncker, which he's the founder of Dutch Hess Lufthansa. So he was the founder of that company, which actually adopted Lufthansa's logo and the name. So Otto Furley was the guy, he created the logo, and F.A. Vischer von Perten is the original creator of the name. So Hugo Juncker, he was the founder of the business, which is now known as Lufthansa. So it was a German company that used to work for the German government in Berlin, which was controlled by the Nazi Party. But now, obviously, it's a privately owned business, and it's a successful business, and it's an airline company, commercial airline, jet flyer. So Hugo Juncker, he actually adopted Lufthansa's name and Lufthansa's logo, so that's why he changed his name to Dutch Hest Lufthansa. So he still kept a little bit of his old name, and so now it's Lufthansa. Now it's just Lufthansa. The name changed many times as the company went through many owners or many people. It went from Duchess Lufthansa to Lufthansa to Lufthansa and then DLH. So there's obviously many names of the company, but the name that you see now is named by F.A. Vischer von Perschen. So he was a original creator of the name. He was actually interested in aeronautics. His family was a very poor family, but he was really interested in the aeronautics, especially. So since he wasn't able to pursue his dream in doing that, so he created a name of a name of a little small business, something. So eventually, Hugo Juncker adopted that name, and then he adopted the logo from Otto Furley. So the airline was created by the merger of Ticaro Aero Lloyd, formerly Duchess Luftready, and the Junkers Luft, Luftgar. So the three different companies, it's a merger. The airline was created of a merger. So the Lufthansa logo, and it's an incuralized stylus crane and a flight. It was created in 1918 by Otto Furley, the guy that created the logo. In 1929, Dutch Hess Lufthansa adopted the symbol for about $1 million. So a key interest in Lufthansa's at the time was a reduction of mail delivery time. So what this means is basically this means that how long it takes to deliver one mail from another. So for example, if they were to deliver something from the USA all the way to Africa, they want to reduce that time, like because in the olden days, what they would do is obviously throw it on a ship, and then like 1 month or 2 weeks or 3 weeks to 1 month later, they'd get the mail, obviously. But their key interest was once the Wright brothers, created the first airplane. They focused on the reduction of mail times. So in 1930, the Razor Corporation was established as a joint venture with the Chinese Transport Ministry. So they were working with the Chinese Transport Ministry to help, ship things throughout U.S. and China. And so this was granting Lufthansa a monopoly position for mail transport between Germany and China, as well as access to the Chinese market. So the company wasn't actually founded in the USA. It was founded in Germany. So what they were trying to do was they were trying to trade between China, and the company Lufthansa was making it easier for them. So that's how the government, which was controlled by the Nazi Party, wanted to get some resources from China. So some info on Hugo Juncker. Hugo Juncker, he was a German aircraft engineer and he was an aircraft designer. He was really interested in building and designing, and just like a kid, all he'd do is he would like find these spare parts around his house, and he'd create like different types of inventions and stuff. So he's really interested in designing. So he was a German aircraft engineer and aircraft designer. He also built both diesel and petrol engines and held various aerodynamic and multi-general patents. So that's what he was famous for to build both the diesel and petrol engine. So that's what he was like known for, and that's why he wanted to use these inventions. Later on, you'll see how he wanted to use these inventions to create his own business, which is now known as Lufthansa, where they adopted the airline company. So Junkers was born in Rada in the Preußen Rhine province. He was a son of the wealthy industrialists, so they weren't poor. They were really wealthy. Had access to almost everything. So at first, he returned to Riot to work with his father's company, but soon attended further lectures on electromagnetism and thermodynamics held by Adolf Slaby in Charlottenburg. So the CEO of Lufthansa. So the CEO of Lufthansa is Carsten Spohr. So Carsten Spohr was born on December 16th, 1966, and he became a pilot during 1995 to 1998, and he started being the CEO in May 1st, 2014. So Carsten Spohr, graduating with a degree in industrial engineering, he graduated with a degree in industrial engineering from the University of Karlsruhe. So he got a pilot license with Lufthansa and then started being a pilot. So after he became a pilot, between 1998 and 2002, he served as a personal assistant to the CEO. So he became the head regional partner management. So why he became the head of regional partner management was because since he was a personal assistant of the CEO of since he was personal assistant to the CEO of the company at that time, the CEO insisted on him being the head because he was doing such a great job of being a personal assistant. So he was then soon appointed to lead the group's passenger airline strategy. In 2007, he was made a couple of years later, 10 years later, he was made a CEO of Lufthansa Cargo. So Lufthansa Cargo is actually the baby company of Lufthansa. So it's kind of like its own company, right? It has its own CEO and all the specs and blah blah blah. So it's kind of like its own company, but not really. But officially, it is its own company. So he was the head and the CEO of Lufthansa Cargo, which was part of what they were trying to do with the founder, right? Reduce mail time, so mail reduction process, all that stuff. So he was head of that, all that financial stuff and the corporate stuff. So on May 1st, 2014, Spohr took over from Christopher Fens as Chief Executive Officer of Dutch Lufthansa. In May 2014, Spohr was one of the #1 business executives invited into the White House by U.S. President Barack Obama in a meeting aimed at extending job opportunities from international companies. So what this means is he was invited, and then a couple years later, he was also invited with a bunch of like top business people in the world to have dinner in the White House. So Barack Obama, he invited them because in a meeting he aimed at extending the job opportunities from international companies to the USA. So so in general, Carsten Spohr had a long history in Lufthansa, and he first became the CEO of Lufthansa Cargo for about 7 years, and he liked the Lufthansa Cargo, so he decided to stick with it. Until then, he succeeded in being CEO of the company. So he took over from Christopher Franz as Chief Executive Officer of Lufthansa. So Lufthansa is a huge company. It has 135,000 employees. It has over 700 aircrafts, which it's some plane manufacturers of the company are Boeing, and then the A390 series. And it's stationed in over 75 countries, which is headquarters, and it's founded being in Germany, which headquarters being in Frankfurt, Germany. So the revenue, how much revenue they make per year is around, on an average, 40.8, almost a 41 billion dollars per year. So that's quite a lot of money for this big of a company. So that's why they're making such money, because Lufthansa is known throughout the world. The USA, Australia, everywhere. Even Germany is where it's mainly founded. So Germany is a huge country. So that's why that they make so much revenue per year and have so much employees, and the company is really known. Now it's time to that part of the video where it's time for the facts and fun facts about Lufthansa. So Lufthansa is the biggest airline in Europe. Did you guys know that Lufthansa's longest flight is 13 hours and 55 minutes long? It's a pretty long flight if you ask me. It's longer than a 2-hour domestic flight. Did you know that Lufthansa is the biggest operator of the new 747-8? Did you know that Lufthansa was the launch customer of the Boeing 737? Did you know that Lufthansa has the biggest Airbus A380 fleet in the entire Europe in commercial jetliners? Did you know that this is a pretty crazy fun fact? That Lufthansa is the world's largest purchase of caviar for their first class fleet and business class fleet. So that's gonna wrap up the video, guys, for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed all the stuff on Lufthansa, the founders, the CEO, how big it is, some fun facts, and just some information on Lufthansa. Hope you gained some knowledge and information on on some companies throughout the series. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. Thank you so much for showing your support and watching the videos. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, comment your guesses down below, like every day. Comment your guesses down below what you think the next video should be, or some suggestions on what you think I should do for the next video. The business is going to start with the letter M, so I'll see you guys in the next one.